informative and contains my opinion and understanding of the subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, guys and girls. You know what I mean. Oh, wait, hold on. Here we go. I'm already messing up. How's everyone doing? Can everyone hear me? Jeremiah, Travis, hi, Cuff you. Look at all you. Really? Thor's going to bark as soon as I go live. Of course he is. We'll see if he'll hold on for a minute. Ooh, this lighting is not the best. I'm in a different room tonight. All right, I might have to take these off because I don't like that glare. So we might just have to do it this way. I do have my microphone on, so hopefully everyone can hear me. I have no makeup on. My hair's not done. I literally went live without knowing it. Not without knowing it, you know what I mean. Like there was no plan to go live. So you could hear good. Brian Newton, shut the actual F up. How are you, Brian? You guys, Brian's one of my students. Well, he's not a student of mine anymore. Hi, Tisa. Look at everybody coming in. I really wasn't even going to go live, and I'm so glad I did. You guys, Brian is a student of mine. Well, an old student of mine. So he could tell you all about me. Oh, thank you. That my ponytail's a great look. I don't know. I wasn't planning to go live. Coca-Cola. Watch, this will be the live that everybody comes in, the one that I was not prepared for. I don't even know what we're talking about, you guys. All right, I have to put my glasses on because I can't see. So we're just going to have to deal with the glare. All right, who else is here? Mitch. Hi, Mitch. Come on in. Everyone, come on in. How's everyone doing? What are you doing on your Thursday night? Tonight's my Friday because I teach college and we don't really do college on Fridays. Some people do, but not many. I don't. I mean, if I got asked to do it, I might, but there's no need. I just work from home on Fridays and I grade papers, but I got so many. Sirius is here too. What the heck? And Truth, what's up, you guys? Hi. Can we talk about the missing girl in Philly? What missing girl in Philly? I really don't know what case you're talking about. Someone tell me. I'll look it up. Really, the dog's really going to bark because I swear to God, I don't understand it. My dog is like the biggest attention seeker ever for a dog. Big time. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm going to go let the dog out so that he doesn't bark the entire time. So one sec. Yeah, I don't know what the case is either, but I'm interested. Hold on, Thor. The door's right there, so it doesn't really take very long. I'm back already. Here we go. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I don't know what the case is either, but I'll look it up. What is it? Cotta Scott. All right, hold on. Let me look it up. I don't know what that is, but we'll find out. You know what else? I want to grab my Ethernet cable. Just in case. This is legit a last minute bug. Ooh. How about? So I'm in the room where my cable is, so I'm hoping that I get better service in here. I'm still going to switch over to the Ethernet cable, which I don't understand, you guys. If anybody's like tech savvy, how come when I put my Ethernet cable in, it's like, I don't understand it. I thought that was the point. Okay, it was updating. Hopefully We're good now. I switched over to my Ethernet cable. Oh, Truth loves it when guys show up. I definitely broke up Jeremiah, but it was because I switched over to my Ethernet cable just in case. Yes, you guys, I apologize. I should have probably said that I was going to freeze for a second. I hooked up my Ethernet cable so that we have less of a chance. Oh, Brian says I was a great professor. And Brian, how many times did you have me? Like 3? That's always good news, you guys. When somebody takes you for a second time, let alone like a third, yeah, really. It looks like we're on the Love Boat. That's hysterical. It's the Love Boat, Travis, only you're going to get left behind because I don't know if you know this, but most of our friends here not interested in you. Has nothing to do with you. I don't know what it is. My lesbian friends love me. Oh, Brian had me 3 or 4 times. That's right. That's right, Brian. So you guys, when somebody takes you 3 or 4 times, it can't be that terrible. You know what I mean? Sorry, not today, cuff you. Sometimes I do the boobs. Look, I have the Flyers on, but the Phillies lost, the Flyers lost, and the Eagles got killed. I don't even want to talk about it. I still like the company of guys too, but I'm also heterosexual, so that could be it too. Who knows? So you guys, what should we talk about? So wait, let me look up that one thing. But I kind of want to talk about, so this is the thing. I will look up that other case, but I kind of think, unless like we did a call-in type thing where you tell me about it, I don't know how you're feeling about that because sometimes it doesn't work. Although we usually don't go live this late. We usually go live at like prime time. So I always wonder if that has anything to do with it. I'm not sure. But I could always hook up my phone if we want to do call-ins. Oh, remember last time we shared the link and it wound up working out? That's what we'll do. I'm going to share the link. And no, not my screen. I'm going to share the link. And if anybody wants, Hi, I'm back. Sorry, you guys. I like literally can't do a live without something happening. So I took my Ethernet cable out. I probably just should have not even done anything because there was nothing wrong. So when it's not broke, don't fix it. But I messed with it. So I saw what Travis said, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just pull this Ethernet cable out because maybe it's the Ethernet cable. So we're going to see what happens. God forbid something went like smooth in here, you guys. One of these days, I'll have a better computer. I hope I'm on the best Wi-Fi for here. Let me see. We're going to connect to the new Wi-Fi. There's a reason, but I'm connecting to stronger Wi-Fi. Hear me? There you go. I was going to say, I'm still here if you could hear me. Okay, now we have more bars. Hopefully we're going to be okay. Please, Jesus, help us. Okay. So, I remember, because God forbid we could ever do a live without something happening. All right, you guys. So I don't know if you guys got a notification. Many of you did, because that's how I knew. But of course, AdSense got out again. I have no idea, you guys. I don't understand it. So your memberships, like my memberships finally got to like 51 or something. It's the highest it's ever been. And memberships get paused. So yes, Tisa, the laptop is on it, you see. And the problem is I keep my pull, like my money keeps getting pulled. Oh wait, hold on one second. That's so if anyone wants to call in and tell me something that you're interested in, I would love to hear from you. Hi, Dan. Look, everyone's here. Birdie's here. Why is everybody up so late? What's going on? You guys can't sleep, or is everybody usually up this late? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. So, okay, it says, can someone please remind me of how to renew membership? Someone charged $50 to my account from DoorDash and Kelly and had to cancel my card. Oh no, you guys. So that's been happening to a lot of people. Be careful. Whatever you do, don't send a check in the mail. If you have to send it to somebody, go to the post office and send it that way. My check. I got a call from Connecticut State Police and North Carolina Police, and there was one other. I can't remember the third state. This happened like a few months ago, and I'm so busy I can't even remember what state I supposedly got arrested in. So apparently, oh, Travis is here. 1 second, Travis. I'm gonna but apparently somebody like intercepted my check. And so that never got paid on it. And I've never not paid a payment. Like I'll rob Peter to pay Paul, if you will, so that I don't miss a payment on anything ever. And I was like, why is this saying I'm like 60 days over? So I went to look into it and they're like, you didn't send that. And I'm like, sure I did. And then I state police from different states. Some washed my check, I call it. So they were able to come back. Sorry, you guys. I have no idea. That was so weird. My phone was connected to my YouTube. That was weird. Anyway, they intercepted and someone got arrested because they were getting too many checks with my name on it. So they called for me to verify a check. And I was like, I live in Pennsylvania and in those states, so be careful. They were like, never put in the mail again. I'm like, trust me, I won't. So let's see what we have here. Oh, Travis is here. Hi,
Hey there, how are you?
Hi, Travis. We never talked to you before, have we?
No. Fortuitous.
How are you?
Popped on
What's
late,
that?
able to get in
I'm
on a
so
call.
here. I'm so glad you're here. Tell me, what is the case that you're into right now?
You're breaking up a little
Or
bit
you just
for
want to call
me.
Sarah?
I'm on my phone. I don't know if it is for people in the
It's
chat
probably
too.
me.
So ask me that one more time, please.
What is the case that you want to talk about?
So what I've been dying to talk to you about is I've been trying to research through academic articles, peer-reviewed articles, um, true crime fans, what their typical makeup is, and what attracts them to the genre. And I want some help from you on where I should be digging in on that.
So what true crime says about you?
Well, the typical person that is a big fan of true crime. What are the typical characteristics? Like I know it's about 80% female, and they kind of narrow it down to top two or three reasons. One is there, but for the grace of God go I. Another is that they've been a victim or want to avoid being a victim of something. I can't remember what the third major component was, but I just want to dig into some more articles on the studies. There's some that have been done, and I've seen some professors around the country quoted in various media articles about people who watch a lot of true crime or watch trials live. Just what is their makeup?
Okay, so I really want to answer this question without it being choppy. Am I choppy, you guys? I tried to play around with some of the stuff. I was able to hear Travis, but I don't know if you guys can hear me. But I do have my Ethernet. Do I try it again?
It's coming through really good right now for me.
Oh, it is. Oh, well, then I'm not going to touch anything. And I'm not going to touch anything. Of course, Thor's barking. 1 second. My door's right here. I just have to open it. But I got a good answer for this. Okay. So, from what I get is it's really who is the true crime community? It is most females that it people want to get as close to a crime as they can without getting hurt, right? There's also something called hybristophilia, which is a disorder usually where we fall in love with criminals. So you can just, why does that happen? And again, for the same reasons, I think you should look up hybristophilia. It's fascinating. But in that same sense, that woman can get very close to someone without worrying about having an emotional attachment. So it's almost like there's a barrier, right? You always know where the person is, right? So you always know where they're not cheating on you. You know that they're in jail. So it winds up being somebody that is having an insecurity, but also that feel they can offer a sense of help to somebody else, even though it's sometimes superficial. So sometimes in life, we tend to repeat past cycles with the attempt of time maybe we didn't before. Does that make any sense so far?
All of it, yes.
Okay, good. I didn't know if you follow or not. So with that being said, do you really see that it is heavily female. Another reason is because it's marketed a lot towards us as well. So like the shows like Nancy Grace and stuff, females are more likely to watch like a Nancy Grace who's going to yell at the people that are on her panel, which we think is hysterical and it's very entertaining, right? But she has a huge female demographic. What do other people think? Because I'm from exact science base, I'm saying this more through hypothesis, if you will, based on my past knowledge and experience. But hybristophilia is a real thing. I didn't like make that up. Do you guys hear Thor eating? Like, is Thor serious over here?
I'm sorry. I've seen that in, they're the women who marry men on death row.
Yeah.
And
so think about it. Why would a woman marry someone on death row, but not necessarily someone who's getting out next year? So that goes along with that same thing I was saying. It's like they know where the person is, so they don't have to worry about like if they're at the bar, are they cheating? Are they out with friends? Are they speaking with someone else? And then at the same time, if they have more control over the situation, they can go visit when they want to visit. They don't have to when they don't want to, but they often will go if they can, but they have a way to communicate with someone. So it feels almost like a sure thing, because the person inside jail often needs that social interaction even more so than, well, I would say it's both. It's give and take. But hybristophilia, Cuff You asked how to spell it. And let me be honest, Cuff You, I'm not better, but I bet you if you put it in the way that you did, Google, I'll say, did you mean? And it'll get it. I promise.
Well,
so wait,
thanks for that. And then I sent you a couple of things on Twitter by X, by direct message. And I don't know if you got those.
I probably did not. I'm still learning how to use X, believe it or not. But since you told me that, I will most certainly look.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, so look for those. It's a direct message, and then if not, I'll resend. It's just it was some articles about some shows you did a couple of weeks ago that I said I would get those to you, and
you're so amazing. That's amazing.
So I thought we could talk about those when you have a time to look at it. And then I'm also going to send you this study that I ran across that kind of looked at the demographics in a scientific way. And, they got a large enough sample, and they looked at, a minimum cutoff, spend whatever it was, 3 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours a week watching true crime related things. And then they, bore down into that characteristics. But, what I see a lot is, there's like a detective component to it. They want to solve, they like trying to solve the thing. And others zero in because, again, they what you touched on, that be as close to the crime as possible without being a victim. And so I'll send that to you, and then maybe we can talk some more about that.
Thank you so much. You've been a fabulous guest.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for being a fabulous host.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
We'll see you soon. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Travis. I'll talk to you later. So you guys, Travis, I don't know who it was, maybe someone just said burger thing, and it reminded me that I made this video. So let's watch it and see what defending Brian Kohberger says of you. A lot of it is going to overlap.
Have you ever caught yourself defending someone accused of something horrific? Not because you agree with them, but because You saw a piece of yourself in them.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jaime Vona, and in this video, we're diving into the psychology of identity projection, a fascinating and often uncomfortable phenomenon where we unconsciously project our own pain onto people the world has labeled monstrous.
Today, we're using the case of Bryan Kohberger to explore how identity, trauma, and social media shape our reactions to crime, and sometimes distort our sense of justice. In psychology, projection is a defense mechanism where we attribute our own feelings or traits onto others, usually the ones we are not fully aware of or have not processed. Identity projection goes a step further. It is when we see ourselves in someone else's story, especially someone who shares our pain, our alienation, our outsider status. It's not about approving their actions, it's about unconsciously aligning with their struggles. We may say things like, "He was bullied too. No one saw his pain. He was socially awkward like me." Even if someone is accused of something horrific, if we recognize part of our own wounded identity in them, we may feel sympathy, or even defend them without realizing why. When the Kohberger case broke, the public's initial reaction was shock, anger, and grief for the victims, which is absolutely justified. But then came the wave of something else, fascination, and even empathy. Not with what he allegedly did, but with who he was. People dug into his past, bullied, isolated, a late bloomer who struggled socially. He was described as awkward, intellectual, different. And suddenly, some viewers online started to say, "I was like that too. I know what it feels like to be invisible. I just wanted people to see me." This is the emotional trapdoor of identity projection. What starts as curiosity becomes connection. And that connection, if unchecked, can cloud moral clarity. So why do we do this? From a psychodynamic perspective, projection allows us to deal with unresolved parts of the self, especially the parts connected to shame, rejection, or loneliness. In Kohberger's case, people didn't relate to murder. They related to marginalization. It's also deeply tied to self-authorship, or the story we tell ourselves about who we are, how we relate to others, and how we acquire that knowledge. When someone else's story mirrors our own pain, we fill in emotional gaps and become more forgiving of their darker behaviors. This is especially potent in online spaces, where algorithms feed us emotional resonance over logic. The more familiar Kohberger's face became, the more people felt like they knew him. That's the danger. When projection takes over, empathy becomes selective, and justice becomes biased. I've felt this instinct myself. Not in the Bryan Kohberger case, but toward people who, like me, were underestimated, written off, misunderstood. As someone who grew up fighting for visibility and later advocating for my daughter's complex medical needs, I get the feeling of being the outsider. So when I see someone portrayed as strange or isolated, I flinch. Not because I excuse their actions, but because that part of my identity remembers the pain of being overlooked. That's why identity projection is so tricky. It doesn't come from malice. It comes from unhealed memory. So ask yourself, do I support this person? Or do I see myself in their story? Am I reacting to them or to me? Bryan Kohberger's story, whatever the courts decide, is not just about crime. It's about how identity, pain, and perception blur our ability to see things clearly. Be aware of the stories you resonate with, because sometimes the most dangerous narratives are the ones we've lived ourselves.
This spoke to you. Subscribe for. Sorry. So, what did you guys think about that? I think that really answers Travis's question, because apply that same concept to Travis's question, right? So, and I think I thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate it. You guys, that wasn't my voice, but I heard that when it talked about self-authorship, I started laughing to myself because that's what I did my dissertation on. Self-authorship, how you, it's about your identity and how you identify personally. So that would be intrapersonal. And then interpersonal would be how you relate to others. And then epistemology is how do you know that information, right? So I added all that in there. So I must have been like on my game that day because I was watching that. Like, oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't even think about that. Yes, but a lot of times we identify with the people. And again, guys, it's not, we don't identify with the murder. We don't identify with the robbery or, those things, but we often identify with the marginalization that we see in the perpetrator, even if they're wrong, which is a thing because then we start to get bias and stuff. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. I don't know. But guess what else I did, you guys? I did. It might be a short. I'm going to have to look. Hybristophilia. Let's see. I did. Oh, I thought it was just going to show me mine. Of course, it went in other people's hybristophilia. I don't know. If I don't find mine right away, I'll go. I don't know why I didn't just look on my page. Hold on, let me get on my page. But I did a video on hybristophilia. Let's see if it's really accessible. I didn't do that in videos. I don't remember if I did it as a video or if I did it as short. But I guess we're about to find out. I think I made it as a short because I don't need it as a video. So let's see real quick. And I haven't done many shorts, so it's got to be like right here. Oh, look, I did one on picarism. Do you guys know what picarism is? Oh, I did some on narcissism, narcissistic abuse, the difference between covert and narcissism. I've done a lot of the things. Look at that. Forgot some of these. Of course, I see one hybristophilia. I think I did hybristophilia around the time that I did picarism. Picarism, just in case you don't know what that is. Here we go, hybristophilia. Picarism is when someone is addicted, pretty well, they're like drawn to thing. It's like blood. It's like stabbing someone. It's a rare and extreme. Thank you. My like ADHD stuff is off the hook right now, so I need this help. So I appreciate it. Picarism is a rare and extreme form of sexual feeling, right? Where a person experiences a first stab of a person's skin. That's what I was pretty much getting at. But hi, Barbara. Welcome in. No, it doesn't have any nose. That's funny. So wait, let me show you guys what hybristophilia is. It's a short. It's not long. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, you guys, Thor just tried to go into Allie's cage and get Allie's toy. That was a mess, Thor. And you guys, I found it. No, that's covert narcissism.
Overt.
Oh my gosh.
Coercive control is abuse, but it doesn't always look.
It was right here. Nothing ever gets.
They don't know the victims' names, but they know his favorite candy, his birthday, the way his eyes looked in court. Every year, thousands of people, mostly women, write love letters to convicted killers, serial killers, mass shooters, monsters. Why? It's called hybristophilia, an attraction to someone who's committed a violent crime. Some say it's about control. These women know exactly where he is. He's locked away safe. He can't leave them cheat on them or hurt them. But for others, it's something deeper. A fantasy of being the one who understands him, who saves him. It's not just about love. It's about identity. Being special enough to see innocence, where the world sees evil. There's also a darker layer: trauma bonding. Many of these women have histories of abuse or neglect. So when they see a man who's been rejected by society, it mirrors something in themselves. And the media, it turns killers into legends. The more headlines he gets, the more letters he receives. It's not just a fascination. It's a reflection of pain power and the human need to matter even in the darkest places. Please subscribe and share.
Okay, so that's hybristophilia, you guys. I'm glad I'm showing some of these. I haven't seen them since I've done it. Is that the link to write a prisoner, like for real? Is it? Oh, that is the link. Wait, Cuff You, why are you like whipping out the link? Are you using it? Do we need to talk? We're really happening, do we? Cuff You, are you writing Mackenzie? You can admit it. You got friends here. We'll still support you. We might think you're a little, but you know, I don't know about any. Maybe we should Cuff You. That's so funny. Oh, I love you guys. So hopefully, Travis, hopefully that that helps answer your question, because it came from a place of hyperstophilia too. I think I did the one on hyperstophilia first, and then you could tell that I did a spin-off on the Brian Koberger one. And then Cuff You said I'm dead, so that means maybe. Just saying, Cuff You. You weren't like, no, not Mackenzie. You said I'm dead. That's what Mackenzie says. Cuff You. I'm here for you if you need me. Watching you. I worked with a teacher that started to date a prisoner. It did not end well for her. She snuck in drugs and got caught at the prison. So let me tell you something, Tisa. Thank you so much for sharing that. Let me tell you guys, that happens often. What winds up happening is the prisoner, this is the thing, and hopefully Travis is still listening, because this is also going to give some insight into this. So you have to remember, not all, many prisoners have personality disorder, specific antisocial personality disorder. So with that being said, they don't have guilt and remorse. So they don't care if they hurt your feelings. They don't care if they manipulate you and then you get hurt. They don't care. They just want to fulfill their own needs and wants, and they have their own motivations. So that being said, it is very easy to groom and find someone who's vulnerable so that you could take advantage of that vulnerability and eventually have them sneaking in stuff at you, and now you're behind bars. So it actually is more common than we might think, right? Let's see. Huge manipulators. Yes, Jeremiah worked in the prison system, didn't you, Jeremiah? That's right. See? Huge manipulators, which is why it's not easy being a prison guard. It's actually, you don't get paid nearly enough. It's so common. Absolutely. You have to literally be on your game every single time you're interacting, because that one time your guard's down, or that one time, oh no, Jeremiah, somebody else. I apologize. Somebody else in here. Is it someone in here worked in the prison system as I think a guard for a little bit, but I could be wrong about it being Texas, but it's somebody might know in here. But anyway, yeah, you have to really watch. Even when you remember the two runaway prisoners, what the heck were their names? And the woman, and she was married, and everybody for the town works for this prison because it's a really small population, and they made me think that they fell in love with her. Meanwhile, you guys, she was like, Thor is being ridiculous. Thor, can you lay down? What is wrong with you? He literally is the most jealous animal in the whole world. He is literally acting a fool over there. I wasn't afraid that if I moved my that I'd show you guys. But Thor, lay down. Thor, what are you doing? It's okay, buddy. Lay down. There you go. Good boy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got Thor. Lay down. Come here. He has to sit near me. Come on, Thor. Come sit next to me. Come on. He just wanted me to move my stuff. That's all that was happening right now. Boy. Okay. Gotta pay attention to the It was Texas. See, you guys, I have the best memory. Barbara visited a lot of prisons in Missouri. Why? Were you going to see Mackenzie? Is she in Missouri? No, I'm just kidding. Yes, I remember upstate New York. Hi, Birdie. How are you? I'm so excited, you guys. All of our friends are here tonight. Who else wants to call in? Let me read just in case. Don't be afraid. You don't have to stay for long. You could just come in for a couple of minutes. You don't even have to say anything specific. We're all friends here. We could just chat a little bit. Here's the link. There you go. Someone come up and talk to me. Truth, even you, or cuff you. Someone's got something to say. Is Oh Look a Squirrel here? Where are you at, girl? In May 22. Oh, Vicky White. Thank you. See, ADHD. You guys, that's the only thing I have to be honest with you. I am not. I'm more like this stupid. I'm more straight A during the day and not stupid. I'm just. It's here. Hi, Cuff you. Hey.
Hello. Hi.
How you doing? Yeah. So wait, real quick, Cuffy, before we talk. Jeremiah says in 2022, Vicky White, that was her name, an Alabama corrections officer, helped an inmate named Casey White. No, wait, there was another one, and there was two of them. You guys, who was it? That sounds familiar, Vicky White, but there was like two guys. Do you remember who they were? And they were on the run for like a long time in the woods, and they wound up, the one guy, I think, took himself out, and the other one, the dog got.
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember that. I remember it.
And she like snuck in like the knife or whatever they used to get it, like and like beef or something.
Yeah,
nobody remembers what was her name.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to remember. Truth will figure it out. Watch, Truth will come in 2 seconds and drop it.
Yeah, she will. She'll come through. She always
So
does.
what's going on with you?
Not much. I'm so excited that the Discords are growing. I'm so excited.
Yes, please tell everybody about everyone about Discord real quick.
Okay, so
Richard, Matt, and David Sweat are their name. Richard, Matt, and David Sweat.
Oh, there it is.
That's
exactly
yeah.
Oh, it's a Netflix series. Oh, cool.
Well, I didn't even realize it was a Netflix series, but Joyce, yes, that was her name, who helped them. She was like married, had kids, like the whole thing, and she was just bored, I guess, of life. And they gave her so much attention. And they both manipulated her, and they were both having S with her. Like,
wow.
Yeah, and they like both knew the other one. Like, neither one of them were interested in her, but they were both playing her because they both made a plan to escape, and they needed her to meet them at the end of the manhole, so that they could, in my opinion, they could take her and then take her car. But at the very last minute, she starts having chest pains. I think she had an anxiety attack. Ends up going to the hospital, so she never goes to meet them. So they go on the run. It's like a crazy story. You guys should watch it. Maybe I should cover it at some point.
I don't know why. Truth says I sound like I'm in a spirit box.
You do. That's funny. You do sound like you're in a spirit box, but that's okay. I'll take it. It's not like a bad echo. Yeah, it just sounds like you're like in a tunnel.
Because I turned off the other like that, you have to turn the YouTube channel off and just leave StreamYard up, and that's what I did. So I don't know why I sound weird. Anyway, so here's the rundown real quick, not gonna stay on long. We're creating a new Dr. Vona approved Discord, brand new. So the one we're in right now, we're gonna keep using for right now, but it is gonna be, she's got to go in and look at it and approve everything, and then once that's done, I'm gonna need a couple of mods, because I do a couple other Discords, and that's the best way to do it. That way you have like a group of people that can make decisions together instead of one person, and that's always better.
I'm
instead
all
of
about
having one person.
about it,
Yeah.
about it. And we already talked behind the scenes about who you'd like to ask
Yeah.
first, and I support it
Yeah.
100%. So,
Yeah.
mhm.
So anyway, so that's that. And the other thing I want to say, yes, that is the real address to write a prisoner. And no, I do not write prisoners. I just stumbled
I was
across
joking
that.
with you, Cuff You. I was just
Yeah.
joking.
Although I probably
I don't think
would.
you're. Guess
I
what? I
thought
probably
about
would
it.
too. So
I
I probably
thought
would
about
too.
it.
And that makes me think, Travis was saying, I think women are also more likely as like mothers, and not that fathers don't do this, but as mothers, we have that innate sense where we want to see like the good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, God, who would I write?
Oh, I thought you were playing something for us. I was like, oh, what's that?
So who would you write? Who would you write? I know, right? It's like, I mean, everybody's gonna say Chris Watts. I'm not writing Chris Watts.
No, not Chris Watts. I wouldn't even waste my time with him.
No.
Maybe I would probably go for Mackenzie Shrillo. Let me be honest.
I know. I think I would too. I really do.
I don't know what my thing is with her. I don't know what it is.
I don't
but
either.
It's something.
It's weird.
There has to be something.
And that ballerina chick that killed her husband. What's her damn name?
The ballerina chick?
Yeah,
No.
somebody on the channel knows. Called the Black Swan case.
Oh, I need to look into that. I was doing stuff for my abnormal psych class today, and I was asking ChatGPT to give me suggestions of like videos, clips that I could show for one of the chapters, because I know stuff. I'm like, well, wouldn't like that's the stuff that I feel like we're using AI for, because I'm sure there's tiers there that. So it gave me a list. What I come to find out is a lot of the lists that it gave me were no longer videos, but the titles that it gave me, I wanted to sell, and I videos. So it still led to something. It just didn't. It wasn't as easy as I thought it would be.
Yeah. Anyway, so it is a funny, and I do put it on the Discord that I have. And actually, the name of the channel I have is Yes, You Can Write a Freaking Prisoner. That's that's the only little link in the whole channel is that one little link. So if people want to do it, they can
I actually like that.
Address. Yeah, I was like, hey, do it, man. I mean, let us know what you find out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so anyway.
So wait, everybody else. I want everybody else in chat. Would you guys write a prisoner? Yes or no? And hi, Harlot. And Barbara, I think.
Oh, there's Harlot.
Yeah, Harlot's here. I think Barbara said that she hasn't tried Discord. She doesn't know how to use it. But I saw that Sirius said that she would help her if she wanted to try.
Yeah.
So Barbara, I think that you would act. Hi, you guys.
And y'all, the
I
know, girl, I pimped you out in like 5 minutes. Like I went everywhere on every Discord I could think of and threw it. Dr. Vona was going live.
I never thought.
I pimped you out. And I know Truth and all them would do it too. And Sirius pimped you out too. So that's the reason we like got all these people up here. Yeah.
Guys, I love you. See, that's the stuff that I think is amazing. That's the stuff that's like priceless to me. You know what I mean? Like I always like.
Yeah.
I don't need necessarily. You know what I mean? Like if people just help by like sharing and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for doing that. That's amazing. I feel so blessed to have that.
Meaning, I just saw it. I'm sorry, Dr. Vona. The girl's name is Ashley Benefield. She killed her husband, Doug, and it's a whole long convoluted. That bitch is psycho. I mean, she's like psycho.
So you want to know what's funny? I saw it out of the corner of my eye and thought it said Ashley Banfield.
No, oh, that would be funny.
Can you imagine? I know. I didn't know. I didn't realize that what it was. I think I thought somebody was like referencing like something that was on Banfield. So that was just funny when you just said that. So I looked over and I'm like, oh yeah, it does say that.
Yeah, there's some crazy shit going on right now. I mean, there's some crazy cases going on right now. But yeah. One of the things that I've seen, and you guys, I don't know, just a yes or no, whatever in the comments, and then I'm literally getting off panel letting somebody else come up. I don't like taking up a lot of time. But anyway. So a long time ago in the Discord there is right now, you guys had put that you were interested in the Corey Richens case. And I think that would be a real good one for Dr. Vona to look at with us because of how she fucking involved her children by writing a children's book after she killed their father.
Oh,
yeah.
I talking about, I was literally watching like Good Morning America or whatever she went on that morning and was like, I remember being like, oh, I want to get this book.
Yeah.
I felt so bad.
Yeah.
And then
So if you guys
like,
want to cover her,
narcissism.
Yep. I've got a ton of information. I'll throw it in there. And if you get an invite to the new Discord, if you get an invite to the new Discord, just take it. And then within a week, everybody's going to be invited to it. And the only reason we had to do it is because Mark tried to turn it over to me, and we can't get the whole thing to where we have access, and the mods will have access to everything I have access to. There's not going to be anything special. And I
Thank
can't
you
get
so
to
much for
anything.
doing this.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and that way, you know, all the mods can have, and you will have full power to Dr. Vona in there to go in and change shit or say, hey, I don't like this shit, don't take it down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So,
I probably won't do that though. I trust you guys.
Well, I mean, so a couple of y'all are going to be some guinea pigs, so just accept it and go on there and look around and let me know what you think.
I'm all about it. You are so creative. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you know what I was thinking? I might Jodi Arias.
What?
Jodi Arias. I might write Jodi Arias.
Oh, I would too. I would write her. Can you imagine the psycho crap she would send back? Oh my God.
We should write
I might write her. I might write her.
We should.
I might write her.
We should write her. Good.
We
I think
like
she would write back. She's very.
Oh, she's a narcissist.
Yeah, she's very like narcissistic. Yeah, so she would like that if 4 or 5 of us wrote her and said that we were trying to like, not trying to, but that we were highlighting her case because I know everything about that case. I was like,
oh yeah, me too. Yeah, case. Me too.
So I could speak on that case at any minute. That one, Casey Anthony.
Oh
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm big. I was big on that one. Top Mom.
Oh yeah, I was talking to Honey Bun from Watts Obsession today about Casey Anthony, and anyway, but yeah, I would do Jodi Arias. I would do Ashley Benfield. A lot of people might not be interested in her because if you didn't watch that trial, didn't know about it, it was not a huge trial, but anyway. And then the other one would be who did I say earlier? Shit. Oh, well, anyway, I'll remember later. But anyway, yes, that's the real link. You really can go write a prisoner, and it tells you how to get it from any prison and how to write to them. That's what that link is. So
we'll go to our Discord so you could get the link.
Yeah, I'll put it in the other one. Yeah. All right, all right. Everybody.
But I love that idea, having like a page talk up like prison.
Yeah.
And I saw, thank you so much, Buffy. Thank you for coming up here. I appreciate you.
I appreciate everybody because I'm so excited how people are like getting along. We're laughing. We're having a good time on Discord. It's like fun. And
I love that.
And we can learn there too. So that's why, I think I have a little bit of that, whatever that fucking big word was earlier. I don't know. What was it? Hybristophilia or some shit like that? I don't know.
Hybristophilia.
Yeah, that. I think I have that.
Yeah, you do.
I have it. I do.
We're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk.
All right. Somebody else come up and talk.
All right. Thank you so much.
Right,
thank you for coming up. The back. So you got Travis on writing someone like Sister Eugene pen paling with a prisoner is not a good idea. In my unformed opinion, there's something out of balance with who feels compelled. And you guys, this is coming from a lawyer, so we should probably listen. This is the thing, Travis. The only reason I don't think honestly that I'm a prisoner yet, I have thought about it. The reason I don't think it is because I like to see the good in everyone, right? So I really do there are certain people that, you know, when they bring something to my attention, I have to be honest, there's a lot of times that I'm like, wait, what? And it's not until I think about it that I'm like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even realize that. Like, even about me, especially about me, I usually see things in others, not so much myself all the time. So like, for example, I might, I don't know, not feel bad, because obviously I would know what they committed, but I would try to find like the humanity in them. And that's not always the best idea, because that's when to play on your vulnerabilities. And even when somebody as trained as I am jumps in that position, you could very much so swiped into the label or like the idea of. So it's just, I don't know. Barbara said that she used to do it. So, and Barbara is all right. So I don't know. Maybe you have to have like a certain personality to do so. And I don't know if that's me. I don't know that I'm not the person now, but years ago, I was thinking about doing the pen pal thing, and then I decided not to. And I've had friends that have done prison time, and we kept in touch a little bit, but we didn't even keep in touch that much. So I'm like, if I didn't keep in touch with like lifelong friends, we're now best friends again. I don't know how, like, I don't know that I have time to, that's the thing. I feel like I'd have to write back, stuff like that. And then if they like get mad at me because I'm not paying enough attention, like, I just don't know that it would be the best personally, but I am so there to help anyone write a letter, or you run by me if you want my opinion, and I'll help you like say the right thing to get the person to probably write back. So we could do that. That case blew me away. And I would like to hear your Lindsay Clancy trial. Did that go yet? No, a waiting trial. I was going to say, oh my gosh, did I miss that? You guys, Lindsay Clancy was a NICU nurse. So she was like an ICU nurse for newborn babies. And she had her third child, a little boy. So she had a boy, a girl, and a boy. And she had postpartum depression. And what people don't realize is every time you have postpartum depression, you now increase your likelihood of having postpartum depression next time. So by the time she got to her pregnancy, she really had symptoms of postpartum depression. Like, they were clearly interfering with daily functioning. She screamed to the high heavens for help. Her husband begged for help. They finally get into inpatient treatment, right? They let her out rather quickly. I wasn't ready. Like, I'm not ready. But insurance purposes and stuff, it just didn't work out so much. I don't remember if she went back a second time. I can't remember. But they kept doing like different things with her medicine. Long story short, her husband winds up talking to gets his work to approve him working from home because she needed 24-hour help. And they were afraid that she was herself. So they didn't move her by herself, especially with these at home type things. So the husband and the mom like did round the clock with her. After lunch, she's doing better. And this one night, they were like figuring out what they're going to eat for dinner. And she said that she wanted this restaurant that she loves. And he said, okay, it's about 10 minutes away. So it's like the first time is for 10 minutes type thing. He's out. She texts him and asks him to stop at like the CVS type store, like a convenience store, to get, it was like cold medicine or something for one of the kids. Or no, it was like, hold on, I remember. It was like something for their butt. Like maybe diaper rash cream or something. It was something like that. But anyway, so he goes, and anyway, it was something for the kids. So he goes and he goes to get it, but it takes him a few more minutes now because he has to stop at the store, but he talks to her on the phone. So he's, I guess, feeling comfortable with it. He comes home and to see his wife on the pavement, like she wasn't like passed out, but she was on the pavement and couldn't move. So she was paralyzed. She jumped out of their bedroom window okay, but wait, so this is the thing. She doesn't say nothing. So she jumps out the bedroom window. He comes in freaking out. He's happening. He goes over to her. He calls 911 and he's like waiting with her for 911 to come. And because he's like freaking out. He doesn't know what's happening. She can't move. He's like, did you just jump out the window? Like, what's happening? So then he's like, well, wait, where are the kids? And she's like in the basement. So as soon as he hears the ambulance coming, he runs in the basement to find the 3 kids with exercise ropes around their necks. Well, the baby, the one that was just born, he was still alive, but he was barely alive, but he was still alive. So the ambulance, our kids are no longer with us. So the baby, they get to like the NICU, whatever, like the hospital intensive care. He lives for like a few weeks, I think it was, and then dies anyway. Oh, it's heartbreaking. The dad winds up writing this letter that I don't even know. I would have a hard time reading it. I have to probably record the letter because I would have to edit it from crying so much. Like, it's just heartbreaking. And he like forgives Lindsay. Like, I believe they still got divorced, but just like the other one, Andrea Yates, he forgave her too, and she also had postpartum depression. And she's the woman that killed 5 of her kids, all 5 of her kids. She drowned them all to death and then laid them out on the marital bed and then called her husband and was like, I did it. And he's like, what? And she's like, I was able to kill the kids before Satan came and took them. And he was like, wait, what? She's like, you have to like come home type thing. Long story short, he comes home and is fine. All 5 of his kids are drowned to death. She is one of the only cases that I personally know of where insanity defense work. And just for people that are watching, insanity, the term is psychological. This is one of, I'm very smart and I'm like a perfectionist, especially when it comes to academics. Never forget the one question that I got wrong in one of my, like, I literally aced everything. I got this one question wrong, so I will never forget. My driving test I got wrong. Yield, I now know. No, it wasn't yield. It was yellow light. I forget what I put. No, it was yield. Slow down and proceed with caution. Anyway, the one for psychology was the insanity defense. At the time, I was like 22, but I didn't know that insanity wasn't a psychological term. So I'll never forget this, and I always feel the need to tell people when this comes up. So just when Travis is here, he could tell us the word insanity is not a psychological term, actually a legal term. So insanity, the insanity defense is very hard to prove because you have to prove, was the person insane at the time that they committed the crime? So insane would mean that you didn't have the ability to make proper decisions. And the thing with Andrea, she never tried to hide that he killed him. Like, yeah, I did. Of course, Satan was coming. Like, duh, you wouldn't do that for your kids. Like, what's wrong with you? So they were able, I think, not I think, I know. They went through more than one trial because I believe she did time in prison because the insanity defense did not work. But then I think like laws changed and like advocacy changed, and her ex-husband, who gets remarried and has more children, thank God, because not that makes up for it, but I couldn't imagine like all 5, like how do you live after, I don't know. But so that was good news that he was able to find love again and have, more children. And he winds up forgiving her and testifies on her behalf. At the end of the day, with her retrial, she was found not guilty by reason of insanity, which means she still has to spend the rest of her time, but in a mental institution as opposed to a prison. So how that looked different. Like Travis looked different. Look different meaning, how does it look different to do life in men as it would to do life in like a mental health type facility? Because you guys have to remember, you're not like doing time on the eating disorders wing. You know what I mean? So you would be doing time. I guess if you were found guilty by reason of insanity, I don't know. maybe you like would fit in as far as having your needs met, right? So I don't know. You would think it was the right thing for Andrea Yates, but I don't know about the Clancy one. So this is the thing. I do think that she has a case. I say that she was insane. I do think that she is part of psychosis. So there's an argument that she was not able to not control, but yeah, control. Like she wasn't in her right frame of mind at the time. And she literally was begging for help, you guys. She begged and begged. What was during that day what made this case hard was if you look at the evidence she did, in my opinion, get him, like, manipulate him to get him like stop that extra score so that it would take a couple extra minutes. I don't know, I guess she was like that time. So like I feel like in that sense she had what's it called? Like something for whatever where you have to know that what you're doing is wrong. Where I feel like Andrea Yates, in my opinion, thought that with each child she took the life that like she was saving them from the devil. I really believe she thought that. I don't know that the Clancy one is even claiming that she was insane. So I don't even know that that's even a thing. But so let's see, what else do we have here? It's amazing how much fun you can have. And just a word of caution, you have to be very careful when you're in a group like that. There's always going to be one person. There's always going to be one person who sneaks grass. I have no idea what you're talking about, Sirius. Dr. Vona can write to BK. Duh. Why didn't I think of that? I sure can. I can like fluff up his ego. Oh my God. I at the university college level. Many years. I know young Dr. Rimslin. He's awesome. But this is Dr. Rimslin. I think, in my opinion, I don't know that that would be the best person to team up with him to tell the rest of the story, only because, in my opinion, he thinks, I'm not saying this is true, but I think he perceives that he can outsmart Dr. Ramslin or like manipulate her into telling the story he wants to tell. And whether that's true or not, I guess I don't know, but I don't think he would be able to manipulate her like that. But I could be wrong, right? Because I don't know. I could be wrong with that. That's just like, that's a very loose opinion. I actually don't. But I think that he thinks that way. I don't know if it's true, but I know that he really thinks that. He's smarter than her. I think that part of this whole thing, I think he loves that he had her for 4 classes. So Brian, I don't know if Brian's still in here, but Brian was in here in the beginning. And we talked about how he's had me like 4 times. This was over the course of a few years. So Brian and I got each other well. I know about Brian's kids. He knows about my kids. We've kept in touch even after class. Part of the reason is because I'm teaching adults. He had a 15-year-old back then, which means his kid's like 17 because our kids were the same age. So we often had, like, oh, your kid that, like my kid's doing this, da da da. Your kid's an asshole, so is mine. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, you guys. But anyway, so if I found out tomorrow that Brian, I'm not going to say that if Brian was a killer. I don't know that. Anyway, if Brian turned out to be somebody, not Brian Koberger, my student Brian in the chat, turned out to be a different person than who I knew him to be, then what would that say about me? You know what I mean? Like, would he have gotten one over on me? Maybe. I don't know. But I don't think that would happen. I don't think there's anything that Brian could say that I'd be like, what? If anything, I would probably have explaining to do. Of like, wait, what? Brian, I love you if you're in here. I love you. You're the best. So Travis says, I'm not including people who are talking with prisoners that have professional training to set boundaries So get Sister, I don't know how to say that. Prigine, maybe, or Prigine's book. So you guys, let's get that book and see what she has to say. But I agree with that. So Thomas, how are you? You guys, I do love truth that we have a lot of guys that join here. I love that because I have to be honest with you. I want like a well-rounded group. I want us to hear all kinds of perspectives. And sometimes I think if you're just getting a woman's perspective or just a man's perspective, that you're really like missing out. Same thing with different abilities, right? Having somebody that's disabled perspective is important. Having somebody who is marginalized in any sense is important, in my opinion. As you guys know, I am a psychology instructor at the college and university level. So I'm sure you guys can guess. Oh my gosh, the one time we were in Daniels and I was on the panel, and I'm really good at like listening to, like I'm good at doing multiple things at once. I think it's an ADHD thing. So I can totally be 100% listening to Daniel and then be in the chat reading and then answering things all at the same. And somebody was dead like, what did they say about me? Oh, they said a lot of things, but they were like, oh, I bet that Dr. Ramslin is like, and they said all this stuff. And I don't think they realized that I also was a teacher that taught in psychology. If anything, it was like worse, but it was just funny. They were like, I don't know. It was just funny. Anyway, hi, Truth.
Hey, can you hear
How
me?
you doing? I can hear you.
Okay.
Thank you for coming up.
You're welcome. I was going to tell you about Dr. Ramslin. Did you
Oh yeah, tell me.
did you see her interview when they were asking her if she would go and interview him? And
Wasn't she like, yeah, I would. Like she didn't even
listen, but she knows how to play and pick his brain because you got to listen to her answer. She said she knows
Yeah, I
he's an
guess.
ego. She knows he's an ego tripper, and she said I would like to ask him how he was able to fool me.
Well,
And
I would like to ask him all of the questions on his survey.
but she said, I think she said that because she knew he was going to hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's
And
smart. I see what you're saying. By saying, how did you fool me? It gives the opportunity to pretty much surrender and be like, you're smarter than me, even if you don't believe that.
right. And yeah, it was a total mind
This
game.
is the thing, though. This is the thing, though, Truth. She would have to play that role. So, like, she would have to be willing to act as if he won. And I don't know. I is like well enough to know if that's something that she'd be willing to do. I don't know.
I think she would.
Probably. I would hope. Yeah, I would hope, but I don't know.
I think she's manipulative enough to do it. That
She'd
lady's
be able to
smart.
manipulate him, even if I was going to say, even if the manipulation part, I don't know that it would. I think what you're saying is, I don't know that she's a manipulative person. I think she's dealt with enough manipulative people
No,
to know how to
she's
use.
toying with him to get the interview.
Right. That's what I knew you meant, which is why I was clarifying. Just in case somebody else was listening, I didn't want them to think that you meant manipulative because I knew what you meant. You meant that she's dealt with enough manipulative people that she would know how to. I get that. She would just have to, I think she would just have to pretend that he won or that he was smarter and that, like, oh my, like, no idea. Because don't remember at first, up until the alibi, she so on it. Like, she kind of was like believing him a little bit.
Well, you know, I've seen a lot of serial killer interviews and a lot of killer interviews. Okay. And the one thing they always say is that you have to let the serial killer control the interview or you won't get one.
That is.
They would rather get up and walk off than have you control anything about them.
Be able to do that?
Do what?
Do you think she would do that? I think so, probably. I guess so. Especially with like a Koberger, where I feel like it would be like on such a like world stage that she would be able to do that. I would hope so, to get that, to get him to talk. Anybody that could get him to talk should try.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Laura Brand, and you know, Dr. Stone, the guy Dr. Brucato was real good friends
Yeah.
with. Now I saw him in interviews. He led, but it was so subtle that they would accept him. Um,
I said,
especially Tommy Lynn Sells. He was the only one that could really get a lot of stuff out of Tommy Lynn Sells because I think Tommy wanted to try to understand oneself. Huh?
Wait, oh no, Dr. Stone did. I
Dr.
lost you for a
Stone
minute on
did.
who did.
Well, see,
Gotcha,
he
that
did.
makes sense.
He did two separate interviews. One was with another doctor, and Tommy Lynn
Okay.
Sells. You could tell he didn't respect him at all. He told him he'd smash his head like a coconut. Now he didn't
Oh
talk to
wow.
He didn't talk to Dr. Stone like that.
Oh wait, who
Yeah.
did he say that about?
Let me find it and I'll drop the link. It's when
Oh
he's
my gosh, that's crazy.
I've sent it to you before, but you're so busy you probably don't watch half the links I send you, but it's okay.
I do watch most of them. I do. I watch most of them. I just then don't always remember.
These psychologists, these forensic psychologists have got to be real careful on how they approach these serial killers because they go through all this time trying to get an interview, and when they get in there, they can blow it simply by trying to control them.
Oh my God, 1,000%. I agree with that.
Because one thing about these predators, they know they're a predator and they see themselves above you. And that's just how it is. They look down their nose at everybody as far as that. Power and control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's about power and control. I agree with that.
Yeah, this is the guy. He said he was gonna smash his head like a melon. He said I could smash your head like a melon. Do you want me to drop the link in StreamYard so you can play it?
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it.
There you go.
Yeah. Wait, hold on, let me see. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with this? Oh wait, here we go. Private chat. All right, let me share it. Oh wait, I think I watched this, but I am going to show, but I definitely watch the stuff that you show me. I promise. Here, let me show you Tommy Lynn Sells, you guys.
Would consume them.
Every mean, vicious psychopath, once upon a time, was an innocent young baby. For some people, the die are cast early in life.
Recent research suggests that psychopathy is evidenced in the brain, and that those who wind up killing over and over may have been born to do so.
It's only recently, with the advent of molecular genetics and brain imaging techniques, that we've been able to peer into the minds of murderers really for the first time.
We began our exploration into the inner workings of the brain along a remote highway in Texas, headed for death row, where I sat down with a 45-year-old man who could arguably have one of the baddest brains.
I can't believe he's only 45 years old. I don't know why I thought he was older than that. I don't know how long I could go without stopping it so that I don't get.
Well, you know, all you got to do is stop it. Let it play for 10 seconds and stop it. Let it play for 10 seconds and stop it, and they can't copyright you.
10 seconds?
Yeah.
10 seconds is enough. Okay.
Yeah, well.
10 seconds isn't a lot.
Yeah, it's about 10 seconds.
The first time I did a shot of dope, it was the best feeling I ever had in my life. And the first time I killed somebody, it was such a rush. And it was
10 seconds seems like a small amount of time. Here, let's make it go a little bit faster. Maybe that'll help a little. Let's see if we can.
It's just like that shot of dope. Every time I did it. It was that rush again, and I started chasing that high.
Tommy Lynn Sells was once a little boy growing up in St. Louis, but around the age of 14, he says he became addicted to killing.
How many people have you killed?
Lord, I don't know. I don't know.
10?
Yeah,
20?
probably.
30?
It's up there.
50?
But see, I'm not Billy the...
Oh my gosh. How many do you think he killed?
They say
He
he
was
killed
like
about
10.
They
Yeah.
say he killed.
20.
They say he killed about 17, but they were never able to get the real number out of him.
Well, and that would be you guys,
He
because
even talks about the little girl. Now, when he gets to the end of this, when they ask him what he would like to say to that little girl that lived, and his answer will blow your mind. I don't think she wants to know what I gotta say, because he probably
that is
wishes
so.
he would have finished her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's not happy about
Well,
getting
let's hear what
caught.
he says.
He's not happy
I'm
about
sure.
getting
Kid making notches on my holster. So I know it's been a lot.
Psychopaths are individuals who lack conscience, they lack remorse, they lack guilt. That's one of the reasons why they terrorize society so much.
Sells is on death row for one murder, but he's linked to at least 17 more. The drifter's vagrant lifestyle helped him elude police for nearly 15 years, as victims turned up from coast to coast.
I am hatred. When you look at me, you look at hate.
When I look at you, I look at hate.
When you look at me, you know what hate is.
So believe people when they tell you who they are.
I don't know what love is. Two words I don't like to use is love and sorry, because I'm about hate.
His methods for killing were as random as the people he targeted. He raped many before cutting their throats or beating them, stabbing others and strangling some.
Vicious cycle.
I couldn't help but be grateful for the glass between us.
Yeah, that's the understatement.
Don't have no
here.
feelings. No more. No emotion. No.
They showed much poorer.
Dr. Adrian Rain has studied the brains of people scientifically determined to be psychopaths.
One of the key differences that we find in the brains of psychopaths is that there's a structural impairment
Wait, ready? They're going to say in the prefrontal cortex.
to part of the brain called the amygdala. This is
a part of the brain that
part
has
of the brain very
emotion.
much involved in the generation of emotion. It was structurally deformed in the psychopaths.
I like to watch the eyes fade, the pupil fade.
What do you like about that?
It's just like setting their soul free.
They just don't have those normal feelings of revulsion and disgust.
So you guys, quick, is the brain that houses emotion. When that part of the brain is structurally different, it also then would be functionally different. So you just saw like you have the same emotion that you are.
The last images of the Dardine family.
One sadistic crime Sells confessed to shows the...
Yeah.
Hey, and I also wanted to say something else. People with CTE, the amygdala gets damaged real bad, because when your head gets struck, that's the base of the brain. That's the
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of them have psychopathic episodes. They're not psychopaths, but they have a psychopathic episode where they
and that's because
they can't
their
control
frontal lobe.
impulse.
Yep. Yes, so that's the frontal lobe. Impulse control, decision making, problem solving. That's the cortex. So that also is
you and me
affected
in traffic. You know, me and you in traffic cussing somebody might go, "I'd like to kill that motherfucker." Well, you know, in their brain, when they think it, they do it. They get so mad they can't talk themselves out of it.
That's right. All right, let's see what else he has
Callous,
to say.
unemotional disregard for human life, typical of psychopaths. A 30-year-old mother, 7.5 months pregnant at home with her 3-year-old son, both bludgeoned to death.
What are you thinking and feeling when you kill someone?
It's just like that drug. I'm after that drug again. I don't have an on and off switch. I'm just after that drug.
So what he's talking about is dopamine.
I'm after that feeling.
During the beating, Eileen Dardine went into spontaneous labor, giving birth to a daughter who investigators believed to be alive at the time. The new baby was also beaten to death, and the
Oh my God!
body of Dardine's husband turned up a day later, shot 3 times.
They
in the
won't.
head.
They won't tell the brutal thing about the baby. They won't tell the most brutal thing about the baby.
All right,
Let's
well,
put it
watch
that way. It was
wanna
bad.
I don't want to get really. I'm already you guys, I'm already on like punishment, so nobody's membership's
Okay.
gonna
Well, I
renew.
mean,
Wow.
Just tell me
people
what
can
happened
use their imagination.
Yes, I'm sure.
as you were killing her. Did she give birth to a baby?
You know, you're pushing your luck.
I'm sorry.
Oh well.
Let's not get into blood and guts because that's what you're trying to get into.
Sells blames much of his murderous rage on sexual abuse he says he suffered as a child.
You also killed children.
Some get killed, yes.
Now, why would that happen?
I didn't want them to live through the pain I lived through.
I was just going to say that just comes full circle about what we were talking about tonight, like why somebody is drawn to something. That would be projection right there.
It's biology plus environment. It's biology coming together with environmental insults which raise the odds of an individual becoming a violent criminal offender.
I tried to get in this door right here.
2 days after his final murder, Tommy Lynn Sells walks police through the crime scene.
And I opened the window all the way up, well, about like this. And that's what I did.
We kind of stayed up a little later, and we got in a little fight about where we were all going to sleep. We laid there and talked about it. We talked about, at the time, like, Brittany.
Like got away.
Yeah, that's the little girl. That's the little girl that had the cut neck that ran all the way home. When I talk about went all the way home, she was able to get all the way home without, I mean, not home, but to the nearest house without bleeding to death.
Wow.
Yeah.
And insane.
Crystal Sells, 10 years old at the time, was sleeping over at her friend Katie Harris's. A decade later, that night is still fresh in her memory.
I woke up startled a little bit, and out of nowhere, and I was kind of confused, to a loud noise.
I woke this girl up.
Her friend Katie was asleep on the bottom bunk.
I cut it raw.
I kind of just like leaned my head up a little bit, and I could see that there was this scary older man that I'd never seen before.
That's that.
So I'm just stopping this so I don't get copyright strike, but everybody watching, take notice of like how little, like he's just telling the story as if it's a no big deal.
And then she like jumped back, and then I cut her like this right here.
He had a hand on her mouth and the knife on her neck, and she's looking at me, and he just cut her throat, and she fell to the ground.
And she fell down right here.
I heard Katie at the bottom of the bed, or on the floor at the bottom of the bunk bed, she's like gasping for air and choking, like she couldn't breathe.
13-year-old Katie Harris lay dying on the floor.
He was about to shut off the light.
Oh my God, that is terrible that she watched.
And he looked one last time, and he noticed that I was there, and he didn't hesitate at all. I mean, just shut the door, came right back towards me with a knife.
And I walked over here, and I went like this.
The only thing that he said is, "Move your hands," because I had him up here, and he reached over the top bunk and cut my neck.
Sells sliced Crystal's neck, severing her windpipe and grazing her carotid artery.
I am very sure he thought he killed me.
Oh my God.
Crystal Sells identified Tommy Lynn Sells as her assailant and her friend's killer, putting an end to his homicidal spree.
Do you remember the little girl who survived?
Yes. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about her.
What did you do to her, sir?
Her neck was cut
How did you do that?
with a knife.
Do you have anything to say to her, the little girl who survived?
All right, here we go. He's about to say it.
I guess you'll relay this message too.
It's very difficult to control a psychopath. They're the person in control. And in fact, in an interview, psychopaths tend to take control of the interview.
What's your name?
Martin.
Martin?
Yes. Can I call you Tommy?
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh my God, what a psycho.
I don't think she really wants to hear what I got to say.
What did you see in his eyes?
To be honest, he seemed blank. I mean, there was no emotion. It wasn't hard for him. All he would say is, "Move your hands." You know, it was just, I mean, after what I'd seen him do, he had no emotion in his eyes.
I wonder if she moved her hands like he said.
That emptiness evident as we spoke.
So what if I called you something that you didn't like? And you think about killing me?
Well, if we was in a fight and, get your head down in the concrete, then, so be it. But
what happens when my head gets down to the concrete?
Well, what do you think happened? It cracks like a coconut.
And then what happens?
You die.
Oh my God. Wow.
He was a killer with the ultimate.
Wow, that was a lot.
Now, you're talking about Brian Kohlberger. He was into Tommy Lynn Sells. He researched him thoroughly. And I'm pretty sure he heard him when he said watching the life fade from someone's eyes is like heroin. And
yeah,
if you
so
think
it's
about
a dopamine rush.
Yeah, and if you think about it, the only person in that house that Koberger was able to watch die was Xana, because it was dark upstairs. And then Ethan
It
was
was
face
quicker, I
down.
think.
Ethan was face down when he
Yeah,
was
the
attacked.
whole thing's scary.
So
Yeah.
I believe he got Xana, and then Xana laid there on her back trying to brace other strikes. But I don't really think she was fighting. Because, I mean, I'm telling you, there's no way she got ran through with that K-bar and had any fight in her whatsoever. And I mean that.
Yeah. I never want to be in that situation to find out. I would probably just like surrender. I would it would be like take, I don't know.
Oh, you ought to see my serial killer interview list I've got saved.
Well, there you go. You could give it to you could upload it in Discord. We could have like a serial killer tab or whatever they're called.
Yeah, serial killer interview tab.
Thank you, Tisa. Wait, Tisa said very interesting. Thank you for sharing. But I just read like a few minutes before where she, along with other people, are going to sleep with the light on tonight.
I'm sorry.
I think they're just kidding. I think they're kidding. He was a little nuts, right?
Well, I'm going to get off of here, girl.
Okay. Thank you for coming up.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. That was a very interesting video. I like that. Thank you so much. So thank you to Travis. Thank you. And thank you to Truth for sharing. And thank you all for coming here. I think I'm going to call it a night. We've been going for like an hour and a half. I love doing this. I don't want to over whatever it would be. I don't even know what it would be called. So let's just call it a night and we'll just do it again soon. I thank all of you. Are there any questions or comments before we hang up? I really enjoyed this. I am such a multitasker that somewhere in doing this, I made the thumbnail. So I just have to attach it when we hang up. It wouldn't let me do it while we were live. This went so good. I agree. So you guys, let's take a mental note that my Ethernet cable isn't always the way we need to go. So Travis, thank you, because I think you're the one that said that the Ethernet cable wasn't necessarily always the best way to go. So I appreciate that. Oh my God, Cook says I can end a paper. Imagine getting stabbed. 1,000%. Barbara says, good night, stay safe. Yes, oh my gosh, Barbara, I'm so glad you said that. Every time we hang up, you guys, the minute I hit end stream, there goes the hit end stream, I'm always like, oh my God, I forgot to thank my mods. So I always like write in capital letters, thank you, mods. But this time I'm going to say thank you, mods. I couldn't do this without you. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, mwah. Everybody have a great night. I cannot wait till sleep until like noon. I'm so excited. Thomas, thank you. Travis, thank you. Birdie, Coca-Cola, Harlot. Who else? Oh, look, a squirrel. Cuff you. True. Tisa. Who else? I don't want to forget anyone. Barbara, Furious, Thor. Because God forbid I don't say Thor. Maya, thank you for being here. Maya, my student, if you're, thank you for being here. Jeannie. Oh my gosh, you guys, we had so many good people in here. We really do have the best subs ever. If you aren't, oh, G of Twins, thank you for coming. If not subbed, you guys, please sub up. Tisa, I think I said your name, but just in case. Tisa again. Let's see, did I forget anyone? Hopefully I didn't. I don't know. I'm back pretty far, so hopefully if I forgot someone. Thomas, I think I said you. Yeah, I said you first, I think. If I forgot you, it wasn't on purpose. Thank you for stopping in. Oh, look, a squirrel. I know as soon as I hang up, I'm going to be like, oh no, I forgot to say da-da-da. So if I forgot to say you, I do apologize. I think I got most of you though. I'm going back and back, but we have so many Yeah, I think I did it. I was going to say we have so many, whatever they're called, messages. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to go all the way back, but I feel like the need to thank all of you personally because I appreciate you. Mitch was here. Thank you, Mitch. See, I'm glad I went back. Let's see. I think we're good. I think I said everyone. Yep. Mitch was the only one that I would have forgotten to say, I think. All right. If I forgot, I apologize. And I think I said you, but I think I got it on you guys. So thank you. I mean, appreciate you. Have a fabulous night. Thomas, you're subscribed. Thank you. You guys, I got a lot of subscriptions this past week, so I feel so blessed. So thank you all. I appreciate it. And everybody go to Discord. Cuff you should drop the link to Discord here because the people that are left are probably the people that we want to have part of the fam. Love you all too. Mwah. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. You have no idea. Without you, this would be nothing at all. Mwah. And please make sure you remember with the memberships because eventually they'll come back on. I don't know, you guys. YouTube just wants to, I don't know. I love you, YouTube. I'm just kidding. Please like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this so that I can continue to bring you content. Thank you so much.